Hello everyone, welcome to New Wave Coaching Classes for Mathematics. This is your host Jatin. In the previous lecture, we had discussed about the Pythagoras theorem, its converse, and some questions from exercise 6.5. Today, we are going to continue with the exercise 6.5 to do the remaining questions of this exercise. Right? So we'll start with the question number 6 first. And the question number 6 is given that there is a right equilateral triangle. We have an equilateral triangle with side of the triangle as 2a. And what we have to find? We have to find the length of one of its altitude. Now, in an equilateral triangle, the length of all the altitude is same. So what we do? If we find the length of one altitude, that will give us the length of all the altitude. So what is given to me? Triangle ABC is an equilateral triangle and the side of the triangle is 2a. Now what we have to find here? We have to find length of altitude. So let's do the solution. Now what we have to do in this question, basically we draw an altitude, we draw AD perpendicular to BC. So this is B, right? Now in equilateral triangle the altitudes are also median, right? So what we write? In an equilateral triangle, an altitude is also a median. Now what does it mean? This means that D is the midpoint of BC. This means D is midpoint of BC. So then we can find the length of BD. We can write BD is equal to DC is equal to half of BC, and that is A. Now to find the length of this altitude, what we can do? We can apply Pythagoras theorem in triangle ABD. So I write in triangle ABD using Pythagoras theorem. What we can write that AB square is equal to AD square plus BD square. Now the value of AB is 2a, so I can write 2a whole square is equal to AD I need to find, so I write AD square only, and BD I have already found as A, so this is A square. Now 2a whole square is 4a square, and we separate this side and I get it as AD square. Now this means that AD square is equal to 3a square. So therefore, the value of the altitude of the equilateral triangle is root 3a. Right? So this was the 6th question. Now let's go to the 7th question. Now what is given in the 7th question? That we have to prove something. We have to prove that the sum of squares of the sides of rhombus is equal to sum of the squares of its diagonals. So first of all, we draw a rhombus. Now rhombus is basically a quadrilateral with all the sides equal and the diagonals are perpendicular bisectors. So I write the names A, B, C and D, and this is the O point. Now in a rhombus the diagonals are perpendicular bisector. It means there are 4 right angled triangles formed inside the rhombus. Now what is given? first thing we write what is given to us. It is given that ABCD is a rhombus. And what I have to prove here? I have to prove that AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus DA square. Since all the sides are equal, we can also write 4 times AB square because all the sides are equal. And this we have to prove equal to AC square plus BD square. So how we can prove it? Quite simple. Just apply Pythagoras theorem. So I take triangle. In triangle ABO by Pythagoras theorem. So what we can write here? We can write AB square is equal to AO square plus BO square. Now we know that diagonals are perpendicular bisector. So what I can write, AO is half of AC whole square plus half of BD whole square. Right, and the reason is because AO is equal to half of AC and BO is equal to half of BD. Right? Now when I open the brackets, what I get? I get AB square is equal to 1 by 4 AC square plus 1 by 4 BD square. This 1 by 4 can be taken as common also, and we can take 1 by 4 as LCM also. It's our choice. So I take 1 by 4 as common, and inside the bracket I have this thing. Now what? This 4 can be multiplied on the left side. So this is 4 AB square is equal to AC square plus BD square. And in the beginning I told you this thing can also be written as 4 into AB square. Any side it can be 4 into BC or 4 into CD because all the sides of a rhombus are equal. So now I can just break this 4 AB square into something like this. And that's equal to AC square plus BD square. Now I can change. I can write AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus DA square equals to AC square plus BD square. So this is the proof of the question number 7. Now let's see the question number 8. Now in question number 8, there is a diagram which is given to us, a triangle, and then there is a point inside in the interior of the triangle from which perpendiculars are drawn on each side of the triangle. And we have to prove something which is given in the question. So let's see how we can do it. Again, quite simple question, little bit lengthy, but no issues, can be done. Question number 8. We are given a triangle. And there is a point in the interior from where perpendiculars have been drawn on each side of the triangle. Right, so I write ABC. This is ABC and this is D, E, F. So the point which is the interior of the triangle is O. The second is O, and these are all the perpendiculars. Now, the first thing what we have to write what is given in the question. So, in triangle ABC, I write OD is perpendicular to BC, OE is perpendicular to AC, and OF is perpendicular to AB. Right? And there are two things which have to be proved here. The two things which I have to prove here is, the first thing is I have to prove OA square plus OB square plus OC square minus OD square minus OE square minus OF square equals to AF square plus BD square and plus CE square. This is the first thing I have to prove. And then in the second part, what I have to prove? I have to prove that AE square plus BF square plus CD square is equal to AF square plus BD square plus CE square. This is the thing which I have to prove in this question. So let's start with the proof. Or we can also do small construction. In the proof only we can write join O to A, B and C. So we join this point to A, B and C. Now if you see carefully, we have 6 right angle triangles. We have 6 right angle triangles, but we require 3 at a time for proving the first part. Excuse me. Now, which triangles I would be required depends upon what are the things I require. AF, BD, CE. So AF is inside triangle OAF, BD is in triangle OBD, and CEE is in triangle OCE. So I write by Pythagoras theorem, so when I write in triangle OAF, what I have, OA square is equal to OF square plus AF square, and from here what I get, OA square minus OF square is equal to AF square. I can write this thing as 1. Right. Similarly, if I take the triangle BOD, so I write in triangle BOD, what I can say, OB square is equal to OD square plus BD square. This means I can write from here OB square minus OD square is equal to BD square. I write this thing as second. This is the second equation. And then I take triangle in triangle COE. So I write in triangle COE, OC square is equal to OE square plus CE square. Now from here I can write OC square minus OE square is equal to CE square. Now if I add the first, second and third equation, I write adding 1, 2 and 3. What I get, if I add these and arrange them properly, I get OA square plus OB square plus OC square minus, this is OD square. I am rearranging side by side, OE square minus OF square, and on the right side I get AF square plus BD square plus CE square. So this is the proof of the first part of this question. Now let's see the second part. Now we have already taken 3 triangles. Now we take the other 3 triangles for the second part. So I write by Pythagoras theorem, I take triangle first in triangle AOE. I write OA square is equal to OE square plus AE square. And from here I can write OA square minus OE square is equal to AE square. I put this as number 5. Right. Then the next I would take triangle BOF. So in triangle BOF, I write OB square is equal to OF square plus BF square, and from here I can write that OB square minus OF square is equal to BF square. This is the sixth part. Similarly, if I take triangle, the sixth triangle that is in triangle COD, what I can write from here, OC square is equal to OD square plus CD square, and from here I can write OC square minus OD square is equal to CD square. This is my seventh equation. Now what? I add fifth, sixth and seventh equation. I write adding 5, 6 and 7. So when I add all these three equations and rearrange the terms on the left side also side by side, so I write something like this: OA square plus OB square plus OC square minus OD square minus OE square minus OF square equals to, what I get from the right side, I get AE square plus BF square plus CD square, and I put this as equation number 8. Now if you see carefully, the left hand side of the equation number 4 and 8 are same, so obviously the right side would also be equal. So I write from 4 and 8, what I get, that AF square plus BD square plus CE square is equal to AE square plus BF square plus CD square. So this is the proof of the second part of this question, right? Let's go to the next question of this exercise now. Now if you see the ninth question of this exercise is quite simple. You must have done these types of questions in your earlier classes also. The question number 9 is given: a ladder 10 meter long reaches a window 80 meter above the ground. What we have to find the distance of the foot of the ladder from the wall. So quite a simple question, can be done using Pythagoras theorem. Understand the figure first. So suppose this is the wall. Now it's given that a ladder is inclined to the wall somewhere here. Suppose this is the ladder, right? And this is somewhere as the window. Now what we have to find, now what is given first, let's say that this window is somewhere 8 meter above the ground and the length of the ladder is 10 meter. What we have to find this distance. How much distance is the foot of the ladder from the wall? Quite simple. What we can write, just name a triangle. I write A, B, C. So I write length of ladder AB equals to 10 meter. And height of the window that is AC is equal to 8 meter. Now distance, we suppose, let distance of the foot of ladder from the wall comma BC equals to x meter. So I take this as x. Now by Pythagoras theorem, this is a right angle triangle because the wall is perpendicular to the you can say the ground. So by Pythagoras theorem we can write AB square is equal to AC square plus BC square. So that means 10 square is equal to 8 square plus x square. So that is 100 equals to 64 plus x square. Or we can say x square is equal to 100 minus 64, x square is equal to 36, and so x equals to 6 meter. So this is the distance of the foot of the ladder from the wall, base of the wall. Now let's see the next question. In the 10th question is given that a wire is attached to a vertical pole of height 18 meters. So it's quite a similar diagram for this question also. So we have a pole and this pole is attached with a wire somewhere on the ground, and obviously the pole is perpendicular to the ground. Now what is given that the height of the pole is 18 meter and the length of the wire is 24 meter. So what they're asking? They're asking at what point should we tie the wire from the base of the pole? At what distance so that the wire is tight, right? So again we name the triangle and let this time we take it as PQR. Now the length of guy wire is written as, that is PR equals to 24 meter, and the height of the pole, comma PQ is equal to 18 meters. Now what we have to find here, we have to find how far from the base of the pole should the stack be driven so that the wire will be taut. So we say let the distance from the base of pole where the wire is driven so that it is tight. So we suppose this is QR equals to x meters. So quite a simple question. There also we have found the base. Here also we are finding the base of same thing. So by Pythagoras theorem we can write PR square is equal to PQ square plus QR square. So that is 24 square is equal to 18 square plus x square. So x square would be, obviously this is 576 minus 324. So x square can be written as, if you subtract these two, this is 252. So x is square root of 252. Now we can find the factors of this 252. Let's find the factors. We can write this as, if you find the prime factor, this is 2. We have 126. Again 2, and we have 63. So this is 63, 126, 252. So now these are the prime factors. We can just take out one pair from each. So this is 2 into 3 into root 7. So we have the answer as 6 root 7 meters. So right there friends, this was all for this lecture. The remaining questions we will do in the next lecture. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to my channel. If you have done, thanks a lot. If you have not done, please do it. Please do it. Please do it. So this is your host signing off. Goodbye and take care.